Continued coverage of the campfire. We're really excited to bring you a special interview this morning, coming from all the way from the Bay Area, a 49ers coach, but a Paradise native, Shane Wallen. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Now, you might have heard Shane's name in the recent days. He is the person responsible for allowing all of the Paradise High School football team to go to the 49ers game on Monday. Shane, talk me through how that came about.
I don't want to take all the credit myself. I kind of proposed an idea and just said, hey, I'd like to do something for the Paradise kids and the coaches and the cheerleaders and all that stuff. So huge credit to the 49ers community relations team. They kind of really ran with it and did a lot of the behind-the-scenes work and actually really got them there. I just proposed the idea, and we have a great organization and people that really care, and they were able to get that done.
So you're a strength trainer for the 49ers, but you're a Paradise native. Tell me about your experience growing up here.
So my dad lived in Paradise for 20 years. My mom, who passed away July 4th, 2012, she lived in Chico. So I kind of split time between the two. Obviously, I attended Pleasant Valley High School, but my dad's house was in the backyard of Paradise High School.
Oh, wow.
So it was about 50 yards from the high school. Every Friday night, if I was up there, I could hear the cheers of the Paradise fans at the football game from my backyard. So it was that close. And it was great growing up there. Nice little mountain town, a lot of great people, a lot of great memories.
So your dad, unfortunately, is one of the many who lost a home up there. How is the family taking that loss?
They're doing as good as they can be. I think, like most people. Fortunately, they've got a roof over their head right now, which is really important. They're staying with a friend in Oroville, and so they're a lot better off than a lot of people. But obviously, you lose a home after living in it for 20 years, and there's a lot of things that you're just never going to get back, memories and stuff like that. Right. My dad didn't really have time to grab anything. He didn't know or understand the magnitude of what was going on. So he thought he was going to be able to come back, and unfortunately, that's not the case. So.
And I mean, that is the reality for so many of these students who were able to go to the game on Monday. So let's get back to Monday really quick. So the 49ers provided a shuttle for the Paradise High School football team, the coaches, and some of the cheerleaders. Many of these kids don't have a home to go back to. I heard one of the coaches say the thing that was really striking to him was, these kids were so excited to go to the game, but they ended up, most of them were just so exhausted from the trauma of what happened that they slept most of the way there and back.
Right.
Tell me how they felt when they were there. That was like?
You couldn't tell what they had been through, really. So, and that was the whole goal there, was to get it off their mind just for the night, treat them to something that, on our part was so simple and so little, but had such a big effect on them. And, for me and to be able to use my platform and the 49ers to use their platform that way, like I said, it's so small and minute for us, but could make such a huge impact. It was a no-brainer. But yeah, seeing all those kids was great. They were greeted by our general manager, John Lynch, who has been unbelievable in this process. And yeah, I mean, you saw the smiles on their faces, and it was a lot of time, from what I've been told, it was like the first time those kids have smiled, or,
oh, I'm sure.
Since everything has gone on. I actually had one kid come up to me and just go, hey, my girlfriend, she lost her pets in the fire, and she's been crying, and until tonight, I hadn't seen her smile, and he's like, I just want to give you a hug, man. Thank you. So it was like, that was my biggest memory of that night, was like, you truly make a difference, and that's what it's all about.
I mean, despite the trauma that a lot of these kids went through, that's a memory that they'll have to be able to smile about for years to come.
Right.
Now, I know that that's just the beginning of what you're trying to do to help these kids. You've got other things planned now that you're home. What's your next step? I kind of felt the need to do something a little extra, especially for the high school and those kids. So I got with our equipment guys. Doc Dressler, our assistant equipment manager, really made this happen. I had an idea, and he kind of made it come to fruition. And so I wanted to present this to not only the Paradise High School, but the Paradise community in general. So this is for you guys. Oh my gosh, that is just so cool. So tell me what this is.
So this is a on-field jersey that all the players wear. It is hand-stitched by our assistant equipment managers, and it's It's obviously got Paradise, California, and the day the fire started. So yeah, obviously the only one around, and
this
so
is the
we
first
are-
time we're seeing it. So everyone here in the community, this is the first time you're getting a look at this really special gift from the 49ers. Where is this going?
Not 100% sure yet.
Okay.
I think I'd like to give it to the high school, or if they want to hang it up, in the town hall, because I heard that was still standing,
Right.
or wherever. But I think just for the Paradise community in general, and obviously the high school kids and all that stuff, it was my pleasure. So.
Just a little piece of the memory for those
Right.
kids to hold on to. Now, Shane, before we go, I know that you're a part of this community. I know you were anxious to get back after Monday's game. For people watching this morning, what's your message to those who know you and maybe those who don't but just heard what you did? What's your message to the community now? We've got such a long way ahead of us of rebuilding, and what do you want people to know?
I just think it's important that if you can help, then you should. And at the end of the day, people helping people is what we need. And everyone has their own avenues of how they can help. Mine is no different, or it's different, but it's no better or no worse than anyone else's way of helping. I've just kind of used my own way to help. There's things that people can do here that I cannot do because I'm not here full time.
Right.
So I think, any way you can help, whether it's donating or whether it's, running supplies, whatever it may be, or making some kid's night that were severely affected, I think you need to do it because everyone, 52,000 people need you. And so I think that's the big takeaway is people helping people.
Absolutely, and you've just played a huge role. I know you don't think it's a big role, just a small part in a massive undertaking that we're doing as a community, but thank you again for everything you've done so far, and thanks for coming to talk to us this morning.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure, and I'll be here through Sunday, and I'll continue to help out every day that I can.
Thanks, Shane. All right, well, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of our continued campfire coverage in just a few minutes.